What's up, y'all? Jeffery at Jeffery TV, coming to you live from an undisclosed location on the Gazelle glider, 15-minute break. I just love this stuff. I love this stuff so much. And by this stuff, I mean life in general. I'm having too much fun. I don't know what y'all doing, and I know that a lot of us have stress and strife, and I know that the picture isn't always rosy for some of us. And I look around and I see the things people go through. And there are times when it makes me feel a certain kind of way, where I question, what did I do in my life to have this life, or this life that I perceive as being whatever it is? Oh, that's what it was. I used to have a remote on the selfie stick, because the picture is I'm using my old camera. I took my old phone and I just set it up on my new selfie stick. And I just got my cable, so I can just leave this here. So every time I get on the glider, I'll have a recording set up. And I just got through doing my bike ride today. I got out my old GoPro knockoff cameras and put them on the bike. All right, so it just went to sleep. Hopefully it's still recording. I got the phone in my pocket so it'll tell me when 14 minutes is up. Another thing I thought was cool, that I can get on this thing and do 14 minutes without even thinking. There was a time where I would get on here and I couldn't even do 5 minutes, physically or mentally. I get on here and I start working out or something, 5-6 minutes, I'm just like, physically, I'm stopping. We have it. My body just says, my body wasn't in shape, and it would just say, But mentally, I'd be like, oh. But now, I can get on this thing and stay and keep myself mentally exercised or mentally attentive, even for 15 minutes in doing this. And I think that's a good thing, because I can remember getting on these things or doing walking or biking or anything. And I couldn't do 5-6 minutes. I couldn't do 4 or 5 minutes. And I'd be tired. But now I'm in shape. I think I'm in shape. Probably in the best shape. I might be in the best shape of my life. Face it, I might be in the best shape of my life. And another thing, exercise is a drug. I'm addicted to exercise. Exercise changed my life. I did a lot of stuff. Quitting drinking changed my life. I was talking to Noreen, and she remember when I used to drink. She's one of the family remembers when I used to drink, and I was living with her on the Thanksgiving, and they still talk about that. I was sloppy. I was truly sloppy. I guess throwing up, passing out on Thanksgiving. I just got a good job. I just got paid. I was making like $7 an hour. To me, that was like, oh. It was Thanksgiving. I think I woke up and got my 12-pack of Old English tall cans. Woo. Yeah. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, best shape of my life. When I quit drinking, that was the thing. And then this exercise is another one. I used to smoke cigarettes, but that really wasn't a thingy. The drugs that I did growing up never really stuck. They were always just recreational, never, nothing that I would need or go to. But the drinking, I had to quit. I was trying to quit for the longest. I was just doing stuff. I was drinking like during the day. I was just trying to try to hurt myself or do something, anything to quit. And then I got pulled over on the 134 freeway. going to Pasadena. Me and Kelly, his name was Kelly, and they took me to jail, LA County. Spent the night there. My sister, my ex-wife came and picked me up. And I remember being in the back of that car saying, I want a cigarette. They were saying, you stink. And, I was just, I was out of jail. When you get out of jail, you're happy. So I got out of LA County jail. I was in LA County jail. I was in LA County jail. And let me tell you this, I wasn't in with the population. I wasn't in with the real dudes. I was probably just went through processing for 24 hours. And the story I'm gonna tell is that what scared me most was the guards and the people taking care of us. The inmates and stuff were helpful. These people, they were helping me. We were helping each other out. There's a couple kooks there, because as you get close to, it's funny, right when you get close, you like go from cell to cell to cell to cell to cell through processing to get out. And it's like, we gonna get out, and people up there trying to cut up and act up. That's it, me. I was like, you get ready to get out and you acting up. What? When I got out, they picked me up, and I remember being in the back of the car saying, I'm gonna use this to quit. I'm gonna use this to quit. Of course, I asked for a cigarette. Anybody got a Newport? None of them did. I just, But I said, I'm gonna use this to quit. And I literally said, I'm gonna use this to quit. Because I knew it was pseudo. I knew it was ceremonial and more, not posturing, but symbolic, that little event. But I quit. That changed my life. Lost weight, lost about 60 pounds. Yeah. And then now, I went through life, learning things, growing, developing my career, financial status, and then started eating a lot better. What happened was when me and the Russian were together, I got hooked on home cooking. And it got to the point I couldn't eat fast food anymore. I mean, I could, but fast food didn't do it for me. I just didn't want it. And that changed my life as far as eating. And then over a couple of years, through that, no more lunchtime styrofoam, no more junk at lunch. Started taking my lunch and meal preps. Started eating breakfast. That's another biggie. I forced myself to eat breakfast. I used to not eat breakfast. I used to starve myself to the middle of the day. And then when I go to eat, I'd overeat and eat too much and be sleepy at lunch. Eating out of styrofoam, pizza and burgers and junk. I got that, so I got food prep. Started getting decent foods, watching what I put in the foods. Then I started walking. My sister was walking. She kept talking about walking, her steps, getting her steps. And I'm looking at her like she doing the right thing. But, I'm just like, Then I started doing it. I started doing it with like 6,000 or something. And then I went up to 10. And then one day, for some reason, I ended up working an hour earlier. Actually, it was almost like 2 hours earlier, because I got there an hour. I was like early. I got there so early that I was able to walk 10,000 steps before work. And I swear, I was supposed to be a 7 o'clock start time. So I got there like super early at a 7 a.m. start time. And that started it off. Ever since then, before work now, I'm in a regiment where I get my ass out of bed and do about 2 hours of walking. Well, it was walking until my plantar fasciitis start messing up. And now I got the bike, and now I'm at the point where I can take the bike out on a 15-minute break. In fact, today I took the bike out on a 15-minute break, and before I did it, I figured out, I said, I'm gonna put one of my GoPro cameras on it. So I'm over there trying to get the GoPro cameras together, and batteries was all drained, and charging batteries, and using my portable cell phone battery to let it run while I'm riding the bike, because, okay, I love riding the bike. Walking changed my life. And then, so walking, I'm walking 10,000 steps before work. I don't know how I got in that habit, but it is stuck. And I've been doing it ever since. And then during work, I walk 15 minutes, my 2 15-minute breaks in my lunch. I don't stop. When I wake up in the morning and go in there and get on that scale, I don't stop until the 8 o'clock quitting time. I can just take a deep breath and let it go. I'm going the whole time. Answering calls. My break is allocated. I already know what I'm going. There's no sitting down. The only resting I get is between calls. So I guess no wonder by Friday I'm exhausted. And then I started walking 15,000 steps because I get like 9,000 steps in the morning, and then I get 1,500, and 3,000 during break and lunch. And then fasciatic pranius kicked in. So then I stopped, I got off the bike. I got off the bike and started riding the bike. I got a good seat for the bike. That's another thing, that seat was tearing me up. I was in pain. It got to the point I had to stop riding. It was hurting so much, that seat. I went and got another seat, one of those big flat seats. I think I got from Target or someplace, Walmart. Changed my life. Still hurts a little bit, but not as much. So I can just ride the bike now. I can just ride it, lunchtime, in the morning. Put the phone in my pocket and count the steps. I should probably find a better way to count steps since I'm using the bike and the glider. I got the phone in my pocket. See, that's why I had to hook up the other phone. That's why I had to hook up my old Galaxy S9 phone. I had to hook up my old Galaxy S9 phone. So, because I got to keep my phone in my pocket. And I could leave that, it's not in there. I could just leave it there, set up just like that. So every time I come over here, I'm ready to go. And that's kind of what I wanted, a set. Remember years ago, a set. You get a set up. Set up means you wake up in the morning, you walk out to your studio, you hit one button and you're ready to produce. You're ready to produce or record. There's no setting up. A setup is already set up. And that idea hit me, I'm like, that idea hit me hard. You know, because sometimes you want to create, and you're just not ready. It's too much to get ready. But I don't have that no more. That's why I turned my apartment into an office. Ain't no living spaces here. This is an office space. Office space and sleeping. Did I do this right? Seems like I've been on here longer than. Nope, still got a minute and a half. See, I just did like 13, 14 minutes. And the only reason I stopped is because I thought I missed the alarm. But, so now I'm addicted to exercise. I need it. It's my drug. It's my drug. The Dane does body combat. She crazy. Danes are crazy. You know what? There's some people. There's some people, racially or ethnically or whatever, through their cultures, that we're different. And I'm not saying that they're crazy, but they are, because they probably look at us and say we're crazy. Everybody should look at everybody else and say that they're crazy. That's okay. You know, you're crazy to me, I'm crazy to you. And that's a bonus because that means we're different. But they got something going on. Because if you watch all those Viking things, those people went raping and pillaging for fun. They raised themselves to, you know, to pillage and to conquer and all that. It takes a certain kind of people to do that. And I'm not saying that she is like that, but you can see, or I can, you know, probably infer just to make it fun. But there's just certain things in her thinking and the way she does stuff that's different. And it's supposed to be different. And you look at it and you go, and the way they're thinking, and you know, we talk, and we're always talking, exchanging ideas and asking what ifs and all that stuff. You know, trying to figure out, I like to, you know, compare my upbringing and, you know, things I took for granted, or, you know, things that were in my life compared to how she came up with stuff. Anyhow, my name is Jeffery. So we're going to got 2 times. For me, for the funk, and for every elementary particle that's ever existed in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. It's the totality of it all, y'all. A theory of universe. A hypothesis of all as one. Did I do that right?